Hello again, everyone. Today's adventure takes us through central, west central, and southwest Illinois, finishing up in the St. Louis metro area of Illinois. We get to see Midwestern countrysides, follow the Great River Road along the Illinois River to the Mississippi River. So please, come along for the ride. Before we get to the heart of the video, and in essence the heart of the journey, we make a pass through a few small towns close to our home and show the uniqueness of rural small town life. Is that a zebra? Yes, just another quiet Saturday morning. Pretty peaceful. Well, there's no denying it, that's a giraffe. Even though they may look sleepy, each and every small town, past and now present, were and are close-knit. And they are also very proud of their communities. And there's usually a water tower for kids and bigger kids to look at. Some of your progressive communities, such as here in Gibson City, Illinois, find unique and eye-catching ways to revitalize their downtown area. With the days of bustling downtowns mostly a thing of the past, aggressive communities find a way to breathe new life into their downtown areas. I'm not exactly sure if you can see it on the screen, but we're about to pass through the very northwest point of Champaign County. We are now driving through Hayworth, Illinois, said to be named after screen icon and Hollywood legend Rita Hayworth. Okay. All right. That's not true. Hayworth was actually named after Lawrence Hayworth from Liverpool, England, who was a major shareholder in the Illinois Central Railroad, which the community of Hayworth, Illinois, was built around. I'm in McLean, Illinois, on Route 66. We're actually traveling on Route 136, and it intersects with historic old Route 66. And this is the old depot. And it's a cool old building, and we've been here a couple of times, but it has not been opened. Someday we'll make it in there, but not today. This is also the location of the old Dixie truck stop. Cafe, as you can see on the sign across the street from the new one. Can't really see this sign. It's a Road Ranger, but it's a Dixie truck stop. Those tractor trailers are in the way, but this used to be the location. We're going to make one more Route 66 stop on our journey today. But before that, we're going to visit a lot more places along the way. I could look at that all day, but I probably shouldn't, since I'm driving. Havana. Now we're in Havana, Illinois, and you're looking at the Illinois River. It's the first time I've been in Havana, and pretty decent view. A lot of barges, people in fishing boats, enjoying a wonderful day. Pretty neat area. Right down here, as I pan this way, you'll be able to see a bridge that we will be crossing when we do leave Havana. There's a father and son. perfect day here in Havana, Illinois. Not Havana, Cuba, but Havana, Illinois. This stone commemorates Abraham Lincoln's visit to Havana. The stone reads, Abraham Lincoln with Major John T. Stewart arrived at this point by canoe on his way home to New Salem during the latter part of July 1832, when he was returning home from the Black Hawk War. Still in Havana, and now I'm standing on the porch of the Riverside Clubhouse. I think it was 1869. Can't remember exact date. It's around that time. And the city of Havana spent a decent amount of money fixing up this old place. Really looks good now. I'm glad they did that. Nice to see these old buildings get fixed up. Another shot of it, and yes, I was correct. It was established in 1869. Really looks nice. Great landscape. A lot of work was done on it. I did look at an old picture of it before we got here, and it's quite the improvement. Around 10 years ago, the city of Havana embarked on their own downtown revitalization project, and it definitely shows. But we need to move on, so I can't show anymore. If you happen to be around Havana, Illinois, you should stop by and check out the downtown area. And who doesn't like to cross a bridge? Well, I know some people don't, but I love it. And the bridge we're on is the Scott W. Lucas Memorial Bridge, as we cross the Illinois River on a beautiful day. As we exit the bridge and say goodbye to Havana, soon we'll be connecting up with Illinois Route 100, the Great River Road. And we've made it to Illinois Route 100, the Great River Road. We will follow the Illinois River all the way down to where it connects and drains into the Mississippi River. When I drive through some of these rural communities, I think of simpler times and a simpler life, when everything was not so hectic. That there is a farmall. Now don't go falling in love with it, Clark. Well, it's time to cross back over the Illinois River, and this time on the Beardstown Bridge, as we head into Beardstown to look for something to eat. I wish everyone in this vehicle shared my enthusiasm for crossing bridges, because you get spectacular views. If you're in Beardstown, Illinois, and need a place to eat, I highly recommend Tyson's Diner. Great service and food delivered fast. Well, we're leaving Beardstown after a great meal at a classic American diner. Now, let's go find that river I'm supposedly driving next to. That's not it. When did I get so many bugs on my windshield? We've had a very dry spring here in most of Illinois. That's why you can see the farmers out watering the fields. And today, it's over 90. I wonder if I should go back and run the van under that a couple of times. Though this section of Illinois Route 100 may not be the traditional Great River Road, as some see, the Illinois River Road has a number of signage marking it as part of the Great River Road. So I guess it's open for interpretation. I'm sure further investigation would clear this up, or possibly make me more confused. Who knows? Whatever the conclusion, you cannot doubt the beautiful scenery of the lowland.
As we enter another small town, the afternoon is heating up, and you can see activity starting to happen. As we make our way through town, it appears I'm slowing down for the railroad tracks. But in fact, I noticed a small biker rally taking place behind a tavern. Unfortunately, I didn't get a video or even a picture, but it looked like a good time for everyone involved. As we exit Bluffs, Illinois, it's time to cross the Illinois River once again, this time via the Florence Bridge at Florence, Illinois. Driving through these small towns can be a great time. I'd love to see that old service station on the right get a complete makeover and return it to its days of glory. Just another leisurely ride through a small town and heading out once again on the open road. Pretty soon, it's not going to be so leisurely, as you will see. We're now in a little more secluded area, but an even more picturesque section of our great country. Ooh, cool looking old railroad viaduct coming up. I wonder if those tracks are still in use. The structure looks solid, so it's probably still in use. Well, I pulled over in Pearl, Illinois to adjust my camera because I was convinced that it was crooked, and I don't think it was. It's also trying to cut down some of the glare and clean off some of the bugs in the windshield, and also change the camera battery. Well, the battery has changed. We are now finally getting a view somewhat of the Illinois River to the left. Unfortunately, without a side camera, I can't properly capture the allure of the river, especially on a hot day, as it is today. But with some one-arm driving, I can give you a little taste of it. Now, do you remember when I said that the ride wasn't going to be so leisurely? This is why. Thankfully, no one was harmed. That's something I don't want to do again. With that excitement behind us, we roll through the outskirts of the river town of Hardin, Illinois, and we're about to cross the Illinois River for the 4th time. As we cross the Illinois River once again, this bridge at Hardin is a lift bridge, very similar to the one we crossed at Florence, Illinois, if you remember. The lift span of this particular bridge is 308 feet 9 inches and is the largest span of this type in the world. I love the way the green of the bridge smoothly contrasts the green of the trees. This bridge is named in honor of Civil War veteran Joe Page, who was also a 5-time mayor of Jerseyville, Illinois, and responsible for the construction of the bridge. He was also instrumental in the creation of the next stop on our journey, and that's the Pierre Marquette State Park along the Illinois River. I will see you there. Are those tater tots? Now I'm at Pierre Marquette State Park, and behind me is once again the Illinois River. And the closest town is Grafton, Illinois, which we'll be in next. We may be stopping by, we may not be, but right now we're out here. It's a pretty warm day, but there's a good breeze coming off that water. As you can see, some boaters there in the background enjoying themselves on the water. Check out that awesomeness. Old
river building. I'm going to figure out some more information on it, and I'll probably talk about that further in the video. Just wait and see.
Unfortunately, after checking the trusty internet, I could not find any information regarding the history of this building. But by looking at it, it's definitely old, with some modern updates. I suppose if I went to the visitor center, they could provide me information I'm looking for. But that will have to be next time. I will say that structure has definitely seen a lot. Looking back towards Pierre Marquette Lodge and Conference Center and the Visitor Center, all amongst the trees, and a picnic area right in front of us. And a quick view of the marina with all the boats departed. If I had a boat here, I'd definitely be out on the water. Now that we are officially on the Great River Road, we are going to stop by possibly my favorite small town in Illinois. At least my favorite along the Mississippi River in Illinois. Grafton, Illinois has endured many changes since its inception. Grafton is the oldest city in Jersey County, founded by James Mason in 1832. Grafton's population rose significantly shortly thereafter by the 1850s as the population hit around 10,000 residents. With stone quarries, boat building, and commercial fishing, employment was plentiful. Over time, Grafton's population began to decline as job opportunities decreased. Grafton maintained a population around 1,000 for decades, until the Great Flood of 1993 caused significant damage to its buildings, and a third of the city's residents moved away. Today, Grafton is in full revival mode and has become a travel destination with wineries, restaurants, hiking, fishing, and boat tours, just to name a few. Or simply spend the day relaxing, and then catch an amazing sunset on an evening walk, like I did just a few years ago. I'm going to make a turn here and head down by the water and take a look around.
Lighthouse replica. Go around the corner, you can see the ferry boat taking cars across the river. It's the confluence of the Illinois and Mississippi River. When I get around here, you will see the largest American flag I have ever seen in my life. That's a big one. Is a big boy. You can see this way, upstream, downstream, whatever, going towards St. Louis, Missouri. That's the loading dock. Great restaurant. You can see the bluffs. As you ride along on Illinois 100, which is the Great River Road. This is a really great place. I've been here a number of times and I really love it. It's a very small town, but it's a fantastic spot. They call it the Key West of the Midwest. Great place, great place. Now you can see the lighthouse behind me. It's pretty cool. I really like that. I've spent a lot of time down here and I've got a lot of pictures of it. And actually, if I spin around here, if you can see behind me that, I guess it's yellow, the elevated, that's a guest house. We stayed in the one behind it about 5 years ago, and it was awesome. I really liked it. Should stay there again sometime. Swing back this way, past those vehicles. Up. You can see more of Grafton, that direction. Great place, like I said. I see the lighthouse and the giant American flag.
Now that's the views we're looking for. I love the contrast between the blue waters of the mighty Mississippi to the tans of the rocky cliff higher elevations. The next place we're going to visit, and that I was not aware of before, is the National Great Rivers Museum situated next to a lock and dam on the Mississippi River. I discovered this museum just a couple of days ago and decided we should check it out. Well, let's go inside and see. Hello, officer.
We're now in the National Great Rivers Museum here in just south of Alton, Illinois. This is a pretty impressive place. We're actually on the lock and dam. Can't think of the name right now. Maybe it'll Melvin Price. Got lucky. Right up there. That's where we're at. And this museum, I don't remember being here. I don't know exactly how old it is, but it's the first time I've seen it. But I've only been through here passing a few times, so we're going to check it out a little bit more. Barge, hopper barge, tank barge, deck barge, and that's how they move them. And they move a lot of barges on the Mississippi, or the Illinois, or the Missouri that comes in here too, just a little farther south. A lot of river, a lot of barges, a lot of product gets moved through these rivers. Cool replica. Horatio G. Wright, U.S. Snag Boat. There's the Horatio G. Wright, the old snag boat, snagging a log. It's its job on the river. Everybody had something to do. More information on the snag boat. You might want to pause it if you want to read it. I'm piloting the barge.
Look at me, I'm a pilot.
Apparently I'm not paying attention. I'm going to drive her right into the...
Full speed ahead, Captain. Full speed ahead.
Am I really in charge, or am I just along for the ride? Because right now I'm about to head it into the bank. I can't
Well,
see.
the way you've been driving today.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be a wheel or something.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh, I ran aground.
That was an enjoyable little side stop. Very informative. If you get a chance, check out the National Great Rivers Museum, located at the Melvin Price Lock and Dam near Alton, Illinois. We are going to make one last bridge crossing, or at least a partial crossing, and it has to be done on foot as the bridge is no longer in service. This is the old Chain of Rocks Bridge, built in 1929, and was used for a time as the bridge for Route 66 over the Mississippi River. This bridge is peculiar because there's a 22-degree bend at the middle of this over 1 mile long bridge. It was taken out of service in 1970 and is now a pedestrian and cycling bridge. In the 1981 movie Escape from New York, starring Kurt Russell, it was known as the 69th Street Bridge.
The old Chain of Rocks Bridge. I'm trying to make it out to at least see the Mississippi River, and off in the distance you can see where the bend's at in this bridge. If you look it up, see pictures of it, you can see how it bent pretty much in the middle of the bridge. So I'm trying to at least get to the water, at least into the clear, so I can take a look at the water and get a pretty awesome view, I would imagine. Been here before, but never been out on the bridge. First time. Should be fun. I'm getting very close. I can see the water. I see it to the right. I see it to the left. Once I get to at least see enough of the water, I'm gonna call it a trip. And consider that I was far enough out and I experienced the Chain of Rocks Bridge here over the Mississippi River. Man, and there's the mighty Mississippi.
We're going to end today's journey staring out at the majesty of the mighty Mississippi River, standing on the old Chain of Rocks Bridge. Until next time, thanks for watching.